It was on the back of the Wonderfully Wild Footballers' Wives TV show that the glamorous WAGs of 2006 descended on the World Cup in Germany. Not a shop rail was left unscoured or a table left undanced on as the wives and girlfriends of the England team ran amok in Baden-Baden, making the explosive TV series look like an alcohol-free afternoon tea. Their antics proved to be so controversial that partners were banned from the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. But that didn't stop the drama. From slanging matches and ghosting to court cases and slurs, here are some of the most iconic spectacles from Wagland. Rebecca Verdi's pop at the Beckhams. Rebecca's ex-husband, footballer Luke Foster, branded her a Victoria Beckham wannabe. But despite her supposed aspirations, Becky, who is married to Jamie Vardy, is no fan of Posh Spice, and once accused her of using her kids for publicity. Speaking in December 2016 when it emerged that Cruz Beckham was releasing a Christmas single, Rebecca wrote in her OK column, "I don't agree with allowing their 11-year-old son Cruz to have an Instagram and Twitter account. I know he's releasing a charity single, but it just encourages trolls. Their eldest son Brooklyn is releasing a book, too," she continued. "There's no chance of Brand Beckham dying." There was no response for Victoria. Katie Price and Victoria Beckham's beef. Katie Price and Victoria Beckham's spat was the stuff of naughty's nastiness, with the two women slinging mud throughout the decade. They initially started out as friends, touring the country with Victoria's husband David and Katie's boyfriend Dane Bowers to promote Victoria's 2000 single, Out of My Mind. But the beef started cooking soon after when Katie got jealous over their collaboration and blamed the Beckhams for her subsequent split from Dane, claiming hanging out with them changed him. "He used to say, 'Why can't we be like Victoria and David? Like the way they were in love, which I thought we were,'" she said. "He just kept comparing everything. I think it went to his head that he worked for Victoria. He was always going away with her." What followed was years of barbs, with Katie accusing Phoebe of being average. And the following year it got even more bitter when Katie claimed Victoria and her mate sang "Who Let the Dogs Out" at her in Manchester United's Players' Lounge. Posh Spice upped the ante by branding Katie vile on national TV, before her nemesis sniped, "She's got a great-looking husband, a little boy, and all the money in the world. She hasn't got the looks, but you can't have everything." Posh was even accused of changing a flight after learning she'd be on the same plane as Katie, which elicited a rather cutting response from her rep. The spokesman told the Daily Star, "Victoria doesn't get drawn into public tittle-tattle with anyone, let alone her. It's not her style." Wedding riddle. In 2017, things got seriously heated between Danielle Lloyd and former WAG Nicola McLean after the latter claimed on Celebrity Big Brother that she'd been at Danielle's 2012 wedding to Jamie O'Hara. Taking to Twitter, Danielle blasted, "Nicola McLean was not at my wedding, just to confirm." She tweeted. "And if Nicola turned up in the night, she was definitely a wedding crasher," she added. But after she left the CBB house, Nicola stood by her claims, insisting she'd been there for the first dance to a live performance by Damage, and even saw the diamante-encrusted Bentley Jamie gifted his bride. "Yeah, I'd really lie about where I was on the evening of Danielle Lloyd and Jamie O'Hara's wedding. I'd need to lie about that. My life is that dull that I'd genuinely lie about being at a wedding," she sarcastically told the Daily Mail. "You're Danielle Lloyd, not F. King Beyoncé. Victoria Beckham ghosting Cheryl. Cheryl felt betrayed when friend Victoria Beckham didn't contact her after husband Ashley was accused of having an affair with hairdresser Amy Walton in 2008, claims he denied. The two WAGs had become close during the 2006 World Cup, and Girls Aloud star Cheryl said she was surprised and disappointed that she didn't hear from Posh in the wake of the scandal. "I mean, David's mum is friends with Ashley's mum. She, Victoria, was in my hotel room the whole time during the World Cup. We've had barbecues together, so I was quite shocked by that," she told Vogue. Victoria has never commented. Agatha Christie in 2019, Colleen Rooney carried out a sting operation and accused Rebecca Verdi's Instagram account of leaking false stories about her private life to the press in a now viral Instagram post. Rebecca always vehemently denied Colleen's accusations and launched libel proceedings in 2020. She later admitted in a witness statement that her agent Caroline Watt could have leaked the stories in a dramatic U-turn. Sitting at London's High Court, Mrs. Justice Stein ruled against Rebecca, stating it was likely that Ms. Watt undertook the direct act of passing information to the Sun. And finding that Colleen's post was substantially true, she added, "The evidence clearly shows, in my view, that Mrs. Vardy knew of and condoned this behavior, actively engaging in it by directing Ms. Watt to the private Instagram account, sending her screenshots of Mrs. Rooney's posts, drawing attention to items of potential interest to the press, and answering additional queries raised by the press via Ms. Watt." Read more. Qatar World Cup 2022 FIFA petition reaches 100k signatures. Nunez apologies after Uruguay exit Jesus out of the World Cup with injury. Souness on Southgate's World Cup shame.